Today we're going to talk about motion. Now what you just saw was some pool balls in motion. You're going to build a toy museum and it's going to be all about motion, and you're going to use some of the toys from around your home to talk about the motion of objects and a little bit about force. What we saw was force here with these pool balls. When one ball hits another, it makes the other ball move. It transfers the force from one ball to another. Now, when you're going to classify the motion of an object, you're going to look at basically two things: the way it moves and the speed at which it moves. So how it moves and how fast it moves. So with this pool ball, it can move slow or it can move fast, depending on how much force is exerted. But a pool ball can also stay in one place and just spin like that. It has a circular motion to it, and that's one of your classifications of motion. It doesn't really go in a straight line. It's not sliding, it's actually rolling. But it can spin in place just like a top, or it can roll, but it's a circular motion. Now, there's lots of other types of toys that move in different ways. For our purposes here, we're going to look at things that move in a straight line, circular motion like this ball, or back and forth, or things that vibrate. So let's start with a few right here. And what I'll do is I'll wind up this little guy. That gets his gears going, and that's going to get the force for him to move. And he just kind of goes in a straight line. Then I've got this toy, and it just kind of wants to move back and forth. Almost like a pendulum to a clock. There's lots of items around your house that you can find, but just try to find a couple of simple ones for your museum, and that's going to be your project. You're going to build a museum of toys, and you're going to explain how each toy works, what type of motion it has, maybe describe the speed of the motion. And one of the last ones you're going to look at is vibration. There's lots of things that vibrate. It means they don't really move, they just kind of sit there and move really quick back and forth. You can't really sometimes even see them move. But that vibration causes sound. And it's a sound you can hear, like with this drum. That sound goes on a long time after the drumstick touched the drum. Even when you hit it softly, sound still goes for a long time after you've touched the drum. That's vibration, and vibration produces sound. That's a very important concept, and you want to make sure you include that in your toy museum. So when you build your museum, just look for some toys from around the house. Find something that moves in a circular motion, like a ball. Find something that moves straight, something that moves back and forth, and something that vibrates. You're going to want to put all of those in your museum and make sure that they're all represented.